What's up, everyone? Welcome to the July 26th edition of FanDuel Tournament Plays presented by PrizePicks. I'm your host, Adam Scherer. You can follow me on Twitter at ShipMyMoneyDFS. And as a reminder, use the code AWESOMO when you sign up and make a deposit at PrizePicks. You'll receive 1 free month of Stokastic Plus Platinum. You'll also receive a 100% deposit bonus up to $100 on your first deposit. We have a 13-game MLB slate tonight. As usual, we're going to take a look at 3 of the top tournament stacks and 3 of the top tournament pitchers on FanDuel using the top stacks tool and the top pitchers tool on the Stokastic.com website. Starting with the top stacks, number 3, the Toronto Blue Jays are taking on Andre Payante tonight in Toronto. Payonte's been excellent at getting ground balls this year with about a 63% ground ball percentage, but he only has a 15.4% strikeout percentage, does have a respectable 3.74 xFIP. The Blue Jays have a lot of power in their lineup. Their active roster has a 116 WRC plus and a 176 ISO. They're projected for 6% ownership with a 6% chance of being the top scoring stack. I like taking my chances on these powerful Blue Jays bats against Payante, even though he has been so good at getting ground balls. These are very, very good hitters throughout the lineup, and there's a good chance they'll be able to do some damage tonight in Toronto. Number 2, the Colorado Rockies are taking on Michael Kopech in Coors Field. The Rockies at home this year have a 103 WRC plus and a 179 ISO. They're only projected for about 6% ownership. They have an 8% chance of being the top scoring stack and a 1% chance of being the top value stack. Kopech has struggled this year despite having good stuff and being a promising prospect. Only a 21.6% strikeout percentage and a 5.04 xFIP. He has a double-digit walk percentage as well. There's a pretty good chance that he gets himself into some trouble tonight in Coors Field, and you're not getting much ownership going to the Rockies. And number 1, the Chicago White Sox on the other side of that game, taking on German Marquez in Coors. They're projected for 8% ownership with a 12% chance of being the top scoring stack and a 4% chance of being the top value stack. Marquez is a reasonably good pitcher, 18.8% strikeout percentage, 4.05 xFIP so far this year, but it is Coors Field, and you're not getting that much ownership going to the White Sox. Their active roster only has a 95 WRC plus and a 120 ISO, but I think those numbers are a bit misleading as they deal with a small sample size for Eloy Jimenez, who has struggled this year. And we just have a pretty good track record of these White Sox hitters being good throughout their careers. So I don't buy into them struggling to the point that they have so far this season. Looks like a good spot for the White Sox. Now, before we get into the top 3 tournament pitchers, we do have a new promo code for viewers of these videos. That promo code is at the top of the screen. It's Adam MLB. Use it. Receive 50% off any weekly Stokastic Plus package. This is available for new users only, but if you haven't already signed up for Stokastic Plus, use this promo code. Get yourself 50% off any weekly package. You'll have access to behind the paywall data such as the top stacks tool and the top pitchers tool that I referenced in this video. So again, if you haven't already, use the promo code AdamMLB. Get yourself 50% off Stokastic Plus weekly. Now, taking a look at 3 of the top tournament pitchers. Number 3, George Kirby. He's $8,600, taking on the Texas Rangers tonight in Seattle, a very favorable pitcher's park. Kirby's one of the top pitching prospects in baseball, and he's had plenty of success so far this season with a 22.6% strikeout percentage and 3.44 xFIP. He also has a walk percentage around 3%, which is excellent. The Rangers' active roster does have a 107 WRC plus, but there are some strikeouts to be had, and overall they have a 22.1% strikeout percentage. Kirby's projected for 4% ownership with a 5% chance of being the top scoring pitcher and a 4% chance of being the top value pitcher. Number 2, Spencer Strider, $9,100, taking on a watered-down Philadelphia lineup in Philly. Still no Bryce Harper for Philadelphia. Their active roster has a 98 WRC plus and a 22.9% strikeout percentage. Strider leads the entire slate with a 37.4% strikeout percentage as a starting pitcher this season. He also has an excellent 2.43 xFIP. He's projected for about 12% ownership. He has a 7% chance of being the top scoring pitcher, in addition to a 4% chance of being the best value pitcher. And number 1, Shane McClanahan. He's expensive at $11,600, but that's going to allow you to get him at relatively low ownership, as he's only projected for 12% ownership with an 8% chance of being the top scoring pitcher. He's taking on the Baltimore Orioles tonight in Baltimore. McClanahan has the second highest strikeout percentage on the slate at 35.7%. He leads the slate with a 2 xFIP, which is remarkably good. The Orioles active roster has a 98 WRC plus and a 22.8% strikeout percentage so far this season. So to recap, the top 3 tournament stacks: number 3, the Toronto Blue Jays; number 2, the Colorado Rockies; number 1, the Chicago White Sox. And the top 3 tournament pitchers: number 3, George Kirby; number 2, Spencer Strider; and number 1, Shane McClanahan.